Good morning. It's quite early actually, but I wanted to make this video while it was fresh in my mind. You're probably wondering why I'm making so many videos this week, or not, because I don't think I have very many subscribers yet, but I figured I'm making up for lost time, because there was a couple months where I didn't record anything, so I figured, you know what, I'll record some stuff, and then I'll finally get into a pace where I'm like doing videos once a week or twice a week or whatever. But not every day like I've been doing, because I don't always have the time. But as you can see, I'm going to work, so I figured I'd do this video quick before work. This video I've wanted to do for a little while. I've thought about it, but I wanted to talk about my favorite books to movie adaptations. And give you guys a list of that. A lot of them I'm sure you haven't heard of before, but were really good, and that's kind of why I want to do it, because this channel is about me bringing the unknown or the underappreciated to the booktubing community. I love to read what I love to read. I've been getting a lot of good ideas of what to read from the booktubing community, but for the most part, I like walking into Savers or a thrift shop or a bookstore and looking through books that aren't so well known, and that's how I find some of my most amazing reads. So, without further ado, I will jump right in. The first movie I have right here, I don't have the books with me because they're in my closet all the way in the back, and I wasn't going to get them. The first movie I have right here is Mao's Last Dancer, and this was written by Lee, and I can't pronounce his last name, Cuxin, and pretty much this was a memoir. I loved the book. The book was a little over 400 pages. Loved it. Thought it was beautifully written, and it's about a boy, or now a man, growing up in rural China and discovering that he could do something for the communist regime. I believe it was in the 70s. He travels to Beijing and becomes a ballet dancer and studies ballet. So it's pretty much his story about living in China and about working for the Communist Party, doing ballet, and how that ends up eventually leading him to come to America, and all the trouble and things that ensue from there. I really liked it. I don't remember what I tipped into Amazon, but I kind of found it on accident, and I've always loved ballet. That's kind of one of my buzzwords, and there's not a lot of ballet stuff, novels out there, so I was really excited to hear about that. Fell on it accidentally, but definitely recommend. It's a really good memoir, very enlightening, reads like a novel, and so definitely check that out. Another one I liked, but I heard a lot of people didn't like, was Beastly, and this novel was originally written by Flinn. She's a YA author, and I think she's pretty well known, but this book didn't get got very mixed reviews, a lot of bad reviews, I think, for the writing style. I personally loved it. Another one of my buzzwords, Beauty and the Beast, is my favorite fairy tale, my favorite love story, if you will, and when I heard that they were going to do a modern take on Beastly, I immediately got out, read the book, loved the book, read it several times, and then was excited when the movie came out, so I loved it, and Alex Pettyfer was fabulous as the Beast. I don't think anyone could have done it as well. Though I do think one flaw of the movie is that they could have made him look uglier, because he still looked really attractive. Though how can you make a gorgeous guy look really ugly? Dilemmas. The other movie I have here, I read last summer. I didn't even know it was a movie. I had found the book at a thrift store or something, and I was really excited to read it, and it's called The Joy Luck Club, and the novel is written by Amy Tan. This is a book about Asian, or more, I should say, Chinese women living in the 80s. I think the book was published in the 80s, so it's more of like a modern modern tale, I guess, and it's pretty much just about each individual woman, and there's 4 women who traveled from China to America to make a better life for themselves, their stories, and then also their daughter stories. So 8 women, I think, are talked about in this movie. And I loved it. I loved the idea for the book. I loved how every character had a detailed backstory, and just seeing them come from China to America, and then their daughters living with Chinese American mothers, and how they dealt with that. It was just a fabulous read. I think I love the movie more than the book, just because it kind of makes everything flow, whereas in the book everything is kind of a little chopped up. Like, this is one character's story and this is another character's story, and they really don't intertwine as much. So I think I definitely like how the movie brought that together. So definitely check that out. This movie was definitely an oldie, but really good. And actually, the director that did this movie, the Joy Luck Club, actually did Snowflower and the Secret Fan, which is not on my list of good book-to-movie adaptations, because I don't really think that was a good book-to-movie adaptation. My opinion, but whatever. Another one that was actually really popular is The Help, and that is based on Katheryn Stockett's novel. I read it. I actually saw the movie before I read the book, and I loved the movie so much. Watched it, I think, once or twice in movie theaters. I'm not sure. Then I went out and got the book, and the book is a million times better, but the movie does the book justice, I would say. There's a lot of things that are changed. It doesn't really go word for word like some movies do with book adaptations, but I definitely really loved the cinematography. I'm really into the South right now, so I loved just the scenery. The characters were really good. I think they could have made I can't remember her name. The mean girl. Whoever the mean girl is. I can't remember her name. Whoever she is, I think they could have made her more mean in the movie, because she was cruel in the book. So I think they could have done a better job at that in the movie, but overall, I loved it. Another good book-to-movie adaptation that I just watched today, and actually, again, I saw the movie before I even knew it was a book, but I read the book in high school, I want to say, and I loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. And it's another kind of Southern woman thing. It's called Divine Secrets of a Yaya Sisterhood, and that's with Sandra Bullock and James Garner, the guy from The Notebook, and I also have another old movie by him. He was really handsome. He was in a movie with Audrey Hepburn, who is my favorite actress, even though she's dead. I love her. Anyways, so this movie was amazing. It's so funny. It's a comedy drama about 4 best friends, and how one of the best friends ends up having a daughter who her daughter ends up becoming a little bitter towards her, and the movie's just about how they get along with that, and during that, and after that. So it's a fabulous movie. I highly recommend it as a summer read, as a summer movie night watch for girls. Definitely get The Help and Divine Secrets of a Yaya Sisterhood and the Joy Luck Club together and have a chick night. I mean, it's just that kind of movie. It's a feel-good movie, a little cheesy at the end, but I definitely loved it. So that's all for me for book-to-movie adaptations. There's about 5. Of course, there's more, I'm sure, that I love, but I just wanted to keep it as short as possible. And it's still, under 10 minutes. 9 minutes, whatever. So, that's all for me today. I will definitely see you guys next time. And till then, happy reading.